Hello there, my beautiful souls, for today. Today's subject, in terms of elevating your consciousness, allowing your spirit and soul to rise and ascend, is conscious isolation. And this concept is imperative for your growth and to develop your connection with spirit and your truest essence of yourself. And I want to talk about a couple things, and the first one is why I use the word conscious. And there's a couple mechanisms, but ultimately it is setting the tone, creating the environment, creating the space to optimize your success, to get the most out of it, to get the best outcomes. And ultimately that comes from setting up the stage, maximizing your outcomes during and then afterwards. There's all these bits and pieces to collaboratively create an amazing experience. And a big part of that is setting the intention. What are you hoping to get out of this experience? What answers is your soul yearning for? Is there an area of your life that you need wisdom, clarity, insight, direction, guidance? Our bodies are vastly intelligent, more smart, capable, and insightful than we will ever know. And as you start tapping into the realms of consciousness, start going into the body, honoring it, building it, that intelligence becomes known, it becomes honored, it becomes welcomed, and that's truly where you start connecting to your core of who you are as a person. So we set the intention, and we're getting things right, and I have some notes here to make sure I cover all the topics that I really want to talk about. And it's also important for preparation. And if you're consciously doing it, you are setting that time. It's important to you. You're scheduling it. You're putting time and energy to create it. Otherwise, it could happen unconsciously, and then you're not going to be able to get the maximum benefit out of it. You're not going to be able to reap what you sow because you might have responsibilities, some distractions come up, and you're not giving it your full time, energy, and presence. So that is a component of that as well. But why? Why do I need to isolate? Why do I need to go within? What's that process? What's the importance of it? And ultimately, your purpose, your legacy, your calling all comes from within. And the more that you build that relationship with yourself, the more that you tap in and you honor that guidance, that whisper, that intuition, and you shut out all the noise, the distractions that are coming up, it allows you to get clarity on what you're meant to do in terms of the things that you need to change, certain awareness that might come up of areas of your life that aren't in the highest integrity of yourself, the highest standards, where you're not in God consciousness. And this ultimately gives you a why you do the things that you do. If you don't have that answer, you're going to be misled. But instead you have a concrete why that gives you so much clarity and discernment and direction within your life. And that allows you to create a fulfilled life because you know what's in alignment for you, you know what you're creating, you know what you want, and you're getting rid of the things that aren't in alignment with that aren't stepping into your truth. And there's a concept that I want to talk about is attention energy. Wherever you put your intention, energy starts flowing it in the 5D, the realm bigger than us. And the longer that you can sustain it and really focus on feeling it, thinking it, embodying it, it intensifies. It intensifies, it intensifies. And so the importance of isolation is you get to intensify, build, bring awareness to the two most important relationships in your life. Yourself, your true, most authentic self, your body, your mind, your emotions, your spirit, and God, spirit, divinity, who's working through that. And so you get to give that energy, you get to allow that to unfold. And if you never go within, you're never in silence, you're always in other people's energies, other people's fields, you have other responsibilities, social media, the phone, all these distractions are everywhere around us. And so we don't get to connect with the two most important things that will help guide us, that help lead us to our soul's calling, our destiny, our fate, our highest truths. So going through this process, you get to honor that, build that, and grow that, and put energy towards it so it can grow. And we're talking about our society and how many distractions we have. We're always getting bombarded with information, emails, phone calls, responsibilities, people trying to contact us, obligations, and especially depending on where you live, but it's survival mode for a lot of people where they have to go, and they don't have time to just sit and go within. It's always execute, because it's hard to go within if you're hungry, or if you have food that you have to worry about, or how you're going to feed your family. So it's very difficult. It's harder to go within once you're in a survival state of consciousness. But with that, it allows you to recalibrate. You take a break from social media, you take a break from your phone, you take a break from TV, and so that way when you re-experience it, you're going to have a much better and optimal look at how it affects you. Take a slight detox from it, and that will allow you to show up in areas of your life that are important to you. So we've talked about consciousness and why it's important to do it. Now we're going to talk about how to. And this is a general protocol, and ideally, if you can, 3 days would be awesome, 7 days even better, but you have to just honor yourself. And with this, a big part of really doing it is setting the intention, getting in an environment where you're not going to be distracted, you're not going to have people reach out to you, your phone's not going to be ringing, you're out in nature, connecting with spirit energy there. And if you want to amplify it, just starting to remove comforts. That could be food, that could be water. Fasting would be exceptional during this time. And essentially, you're going to start going into various practices. And the first one is priming. You are priming your body to be in the highest caliber of receiving. So this is practices such as yoga, opening the body, breathing into it, allowing it to be relaxed. So that way you're not focusing on pain or aches, it's already open. Breath work to bring you into the now and to optimize your mind and body to be connected, present, here, now. It could be Qigong, focusing on your energy body, breathing into it. And so with all these in place, you're grounded, you're centered, you're going to be in the best place for your body to receive. And the receiving component is stillness, absolute quiet, and this is where meditation comes in. More so mindfulness meditation. When you are connected to yourself, you're grounded, you're going to get various visions, you're going to get various insights, dreams, pictures, memories, and if you could just sit with it, honor it, and allow that information to come in. And once it does, non-attach to it, and occasionally you can go deeper. Oh, that resonates. I'm feeling an emotional component there. I want to go deeper. Let's explore that. So you go a little bit deeper, but you're receiving in this moment. You're honoring yourself, your connection to yourself and spirit. So we talked about priming, getting your body ready, receiving, and then this is part of the process. This is the connecting with God, the giving component. You are praying. You're praying for your wants, your desires, your dreams, your goals for other people, things that you want to happen, and really various identities that you want to create. And with this, it's the relationship where you're giving, you're speaking what you want into existence, you're receiving, and then comes the most important part afterwards. After this protocol, the isolation, you're going to have a much higher profound awareness of some of the things that you've just received. In terms of things that you need to do to better your life. More things that are going to honor your soul, honor your spirit, areas where you're out of alignment. And this comes the part where the integration component. And this is one of the most important aspects, because if you get these visions, you have these ideas or areas where you're not out of alignment, but you don't execute on it, you are dishonoring God and you're dishonoring yourself. And with this, spirit and divinity, they recognize when you are embodying it, you're taking action, and you will be tested. You will be tested, you'll be tested, you'll be tested. It's a part of consciousness. And the more that you honor it, the more responsibility, light, empowerment that He will give you, that Spirit will give you. And so the execution on it is so important. And during the integration process, there's a couple components that you could do for yourself. And one, accountability, responsibility, and duty. It is your duty to honor what you've just been seen, what you've been shown, what you realized, and take actions to allow it to heal, take actions to repair. And repair is an amazing process because you can't truly move forward with this new embodiment, this new energy, if you haven't made amends or peace or let go of the old consciousness, of the old paradigms, beliefs, insights that you were operating on at the time. And so this repair process, you have to go within and you start with yourself. You have to forgive yourself. You have to love yourself of all those parts where you weren't in alignment. And that involves radical self-love. That involves processing all the emotions that come up with non-judgment, just witnessing, feeling, experience, and being able to look yourself in the eye and say, I love you, and I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. That's a Ho'oponopono right there, an amazing affirmation that you could say if you have difficulty letting go, if you're stuck in the past. Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. So you forgive yourself. And once you've done that, you've gone through that journey, the next part is repair for others. If you have certain relationships that you need to make amends to, or certain connections, experiences, you have to own up to that. And that requires an insane amount of courage, an insane amount of self-love within yourself to do that. That is not easy. That is not easy, taking accountability for your wrongdoings. But as you do that, it allows you to fully release and let go. And once you're through that process, now is the time to create, and that's more so the identities. What internal belief systems do I need to integrate? Do I need to create to make this a reality? Are there still some blockages there? And that involves being present, being aware, what thoughts are coming in. And is this helping me or not helping me and feeding me towards my growth? And that is the moment-by-moment consciousness and creating a plan of the things you need to do to execute on this and being consistent. And that is why conscious isolation is of the utmost importance, because you are connecting to divine, you're connecting with yourself to the deepest level without external influence, so you could be as true, as clear in your vessel and being as possible, so you could lead a life that is fulfilled, that is empowered, that is congruent for why you are here on this planet. And to allow deeper states of healing and consciousness and the process with that. Embrace the isolation, embrace the aloneness, because that is where you get some of your biggest upgrades from. And as a caveat, it's important to say, isolation is a piece, but also community, connecting with others, because we're mirrors for each other and we are going to help each other grow. So they're both important. And for me, I stayed too long in isolation for a time. And with it, it can be difficult to come back into community. And we're creatures that are meant to connect to each other. And that is how we create really strong bonds of forming. And so they're both important. Don't just rely on isolation. You need the community piece as well. Thank you guys for listening. If you guys have any questions down below, comments or concerns, reach out. And as always, choose your light and empowerment and rise to your highest expression, your highest truth, and your highest frequency. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed day. What do we got?